Yes, most definitely.
I hope you prove to be most valuable to your research.
I'm sure this one will allow me to finally have what I've been denied of.
Of course. You have the finest in Tithran technology. There is nothing greater. Even my creation that up to deliver him to you pales in magnificence.
I can't thank you enough for everything you've done.
Just remember that this project is of great importance. I need you to return the favor once you have unlocked your core.
Yes, of course. I will do everything I can to see this succeed. And in turn, aid you in overthrowing the... Oh. Well, it would seem my little subject is awake. I shall speak with you later.
Progress. Be at your side.
Well then, I think it's time I welcome you to your new home. This is where you're going to live for quite a really, really long time. Let's see then. I think from now on, I'm going to refer to you as Subject 138. You doing okay? Yeah, I think so. You really need to stop waking up like that. You don't say. Well, I'm just glad that you're alright. Well, seems that way anyway, but what exactly happened? I had some very strange visions, very strange dreams about Librarian and Berg, and I think I recalled some of my origins too, back when I used to be captured. That's not good at all. Then it's especially clear that we really need to make our way to the Arctacians now. Yeah, I think we definitely need to get going. Alright, let's be on our way then. Oh. Something wrong? It's just that I've had dreams of this place, visions of being here before. I don't know, it's unsettling, but I guess we'll see what happens. Alright, let's go ahead and get you over to Tithman Research and see what we can do here. Demyrl? Demyrl? Oh, it really is you after all this time. You've been missing for years, so where have you been? I'm sorry, but I really don't think I know who you are. And I'm afraid I don't have any time to talk. I have some urgent matters to attend to. Excuse me. We'll see about that.
Berg, it's Grenaushith. I wish to speak with you.
Grenaushith. It's been a while, but I'm glad you called. I'm afraid that I have lost track of where Demyrl is.
Worry not, for he is here with the Arctacians.
What? He's where?
Seeking audience with Tithran research, I would imagine. I saw him heading that way just now.
I don't understand. How did he manage to get there?
I am not certain. Arctacia was with him and may have been involved.
I completely understand. I'm sure we'll find some way to resolve all this.
I will try to intervene where I can. At least try to find more information on what's going on, so that we can plan out something.
Of course. Keep me posted on any details you find.
Of course.
So, it would seem that your precious little subject has been found at last. Yes, it would appear that he is with the Arctacians somehow. I find it rather curious that you have been collaborating with the Arctacians. Why? It's not that I've been collaborating with them. There's someone in particular that helped me escape from them a long time ago. If it wasn't for Grenaushith, I don't know where I would be, truth be told. So, he's, hasn't always been in agreement with what his own kind have been doing. I see. So this creates a rather difficult circumstance in order for us to take Demyrl back. That it does. I know it's something we need to do, but the risks are just far too great, I feel. And at the same time, I can't exactly rely on Grenaushith because he's done a lot for me in the past, and for him to do more would definitely increase his chances of being outed by his own. But thankfully, that is where someone like myself comes into play. After all, I am more than capable of ensuring this operation goes rather smoothly. Suppose it is true that I do have you on my side. Suppose I have little choice if I am to ensure that my project continues. Alright. I'm gonna trust you in this. And I hope that together we are able to take Demyrl back. Of course. I am more than capable. I saw that you got stopped a bit back there. Someone you know? Oh, it's... I don't know. It's hard to say. It's... Basically, I had a dream a bit ago where that thing was chasing me, if you remember. And for whatever reason, he just reminded me of that. They were all in the same place too and everything, just like in the dream. Besides, they were giving me some very strange vibes, so I felt it was just best to avoid them anyway. I see. Then that was probably for the best then. Anyway, we're not too far from our destination, so once we take care of this business, then we can get out of here and probably don't have to worry about any of this. Hopefully anymore. I certainly hope so. Anyway, let's just keep moving.
Yes, come on in. The reception was telling me to expect you. And what sort of things can I help you with today?
We were recently able to recover Demyrl over here after he had been captive for quite a few years. And strangely, we found that there was a shackling device implanted in him, and further still, that's also strange, is the fact that this particular device is also of Arctacian technologies. So we were hoping that perhaps you would be able to remove it, and maybe even use it for your investigations as to how it got captured to begin with.
Interesting. I see. Well, let's go ahead and take a look then. Demyrl, come over here and have a seat for me if you could, please. Alright, Demyrl, could you please grant me root access?
Confirmed. Root access granted. Demyrl, Tithran, Series 200, 2nd Generation Tithran. Ready.
Alright, and now, could you please run a self-diagnostic check?
Confirmed. Running self-diagnostics.
Very curious. Well, there's definitely a shackling device that is bound to him at Node 11, and it is definitely of Arctacian technology. We can easily have that removed, just like so. Perfect. Alright, the procedure has been completed, and we will certainly keep the device to examine to see if we can glean some possible answers from it as to what might have happened. Now, is there anything else that I can do for you?
Actually, there was one other thing. I was wondering if by chance you would be willing to examine some possible issues I was having. I've lately been having some strange visions and dreams that are very vivid, and almost seem to be things of the future, things of yet to come, or just absolutely bizarre.
That is rather curious. I would certainly be able to take a look at that for you, but it will take me a bit of time to get something set up. You're more than welcome to wait out in the common areas until then. Well, one thing I will say, though, about this shackling device is that we suspected that this is part of some sort of inside job that might have caused this to occur. It might also explain some of the initial sabotage that occurred to the Tithrans way back when they were created. And if that's the case, we might finally be able to come to a conclusion and answers for this unfortunate crime. But I suppose we'll have to see in good time. In either case, I will see you shortly. I will call you when I'm ready.
Oh, at least that's one thing that we got out of the way. What are you gonna do in the meantime? until your next examination. Think I'm just gonna step outside for a bit and get some fresh air or something. I'll probably see you in a little bit then. Alright. See you soon. You. It's you again.
That is correct. It is me again. But the circumstances at play this time are definitely a lot more dire. I'm here at the Arctacian homeworld. I am not far at all. But there is one thing I do want to talk to you about, though. And that's to tell you what the librarian is all about. And how they fit into this whole equation. You see, it's like this. The librarian desires knowledge, and he'll stop at nothing to get that. In fact, much to the effect that when the Arctacians encountered him, they asked for the librarian's help in finding Demyrl. In exchange, they would offer knowledge. And that's why the librarian wanted to help get you back to the Arctacians. But along the way, the librarian learned that the Arctacians were looking for Burke as well. And his priorities had to change a bit. Therefore, he figured he would try to get two birds with one stone, being able to turn both you and Burke to the Arctacians, so that he might have his ultimate form of knowledge. But there's one other thing too, and that's the Arctacians. They may seem on the surface like good-intended species for sure, but in reality, they created the Tithrans not necessarily to help guide spacefaring species down ideal paths, but rather to control and suppress any species that they felt was a threat to their own existence. Think about it for a moment. Tithrans were not created to be incredible in capacity, not just for the sake of allowing them to survive multiple different environments and situations. No, but rather to give them the ability to kill, destroy, exterminate those that would boldly stand in the way of the greatness that is the Arctacians. Now you understand why you can't stay here. You've come and done what you must, and now I recommend that you have both yourself and Arctacia leave as soon as possible. And don't worry about the other things that you've been experiencing. The visions, the dreams, all of that, or at least most of it, was my attempt to try to reach out to you, to inform, to warn, whatever it would take to try to guide you along the path that you need to follow. But now that I'm here to help, I can get both you and Arctacia to safety, or at least try. And
Demyrl. Well, there you are. And there you are, my little pet. Now wait just a goddamn minute. Who the hell do you think you are, and what are you doing with him? Well, I am Whooshes. You probably don't really remember me. And this here is Vise, who is my little, pet that I sort of put together from undesirable scraps that the rest of the Arctacians didn't seem to really particularly bother with. But that's okay. I am overseeing this one now. But what is particularly curious is how you managed to escape from Berg's facility. I am really wondering how you managed to pull that one off. I'm not gonna tell you shit. I have no reason to trust you for anything. Well, it's funny that you mention that, because the one person here that you think you can trust isn't exactly as trustworthy as maybe as you thought. Well, go on, Vise. Why don't you kindly tell Demyrl here who it was exactly that helped deliver Demyrl to Berg? It was me. Unfortunately, it was me. Whooshes did create me to help assist him. And one of the things I was asked to do early on was to capture you and deliver you to Berg so that you could be experimented on. I'm so sorry. I'm so very sorry. You what? Give it up, Demyrl. There is no getting out of this one now.